Hello, I am OmnusI, your game weaver. Welcome back to ManyQuest. This is episode 1, part 4. Dirk is in a medium-sized room, crouched against a crude stone throne. Ahead of him, in the center of the room, is a small creature called a gobmite, armed with a makeshift sword. Behind the gobmite, there is a lone torch illuminating the center of the room. As Dirk came into the room, he ran straight over for the cover of the throne. He has not had much of a chance to explore or examine anything as of this point. Our further guidance is provided by OmnusI and Neil Kammer, as follows. Dirk is backed up in the corner of a room that appears to have only one exit. That exit is a locked door, and Dirk does not have any tools to get through the door. He has his wits about him, preserved by the charity of the head guard on the other side of that exit. The creature before him has some intelligence. Does that intelligence transfer into speech? Or does it have at least any ability to communicate with beings other than himself? Killing a lonely creature armed more poorly than Dirk is, that's debatable. Seems a waste. If an attempt at communication fails, a fight may ensue, but Dirk would stand to be victorious nonetheless. Dirk understands that humor can be a powerful tool in creating bonds of friendship, and is a universal language as well. He will use this skill in the effort to enlist the services of the gobmite, as a guide and a companion. Dirk attempts humor to enlist the services of the gobmite. Alright, die roll number 1. Dirk applies humor. It is a 5. Dirk has rolled a 5.
No. Hey there, little fella. I'm not gonna hurt you or nothing. No. Tell you what. Why are trolls so scared of gobmites? Huh? It's because there ain't nothing out there that could just about hurt a troll. But a gobmite? Hey.
Dirk's joke causes the gobmite to giggle a little bit and smile. However, his attention doesn't stay on Dirk for very long. For almost as much as he tries to keep one eye on Dirk, he also keeps casting his gaze back to the door. At first, Dirk thinks that the gobmite is afraid that more reinforcements will come for Dirk. However, it becomes quite clear the reason why the gobmite looked at him in horror in the first place. It wasn't because Dirk is particularly intimidating, but coming down from the ceiling, above where Dirk had been standing, a hideous 8-legged spider with a body about the size of Dirk's chest descends down and lands on the floor. What does Dirk know about this type of spider? Dirk will make a lower roll. Don't worry, I'm calling for this one. We really want to find out what Dirk knows about this particular creature. Roll number 2, lore on the spider. It is a 2. Dirk has rolled a 2. Dirk knows that spiders have venom, and they have 8 legs. And that's far too many legs for any reasonable creature to have. This spider is undoubtedly some dungeon predator, but as to what type it is or what its nature is, he can't tell. All that he knows for sure is that he does not want to be spider food. The gobmite has not moved. It still stands transfixed in horror at the spider, which it is a difficult proposition with the vast number of eyes that the creature has to figure out which of the two of you he's looking at hungrily. However, you see a strange rule of venom dripping down from its fangs. He clearly intends for one of you to be a supper. What does Dirk do next? Comment below as you face this new foe. The good news is, the gobmite does not seem to have any hostile intentions towards Dirk, if he ever did. It appears that the very good roll that Dirk had was enough that the gobmite does not consider him a threat. You can be reasonably sure that the gobmite will assist you against the spider and follow your lead, if you choose to have it do so. What happens next is up to you.
And here we have Dirk's character sheet. We can see here that he has spent the 8-sided die and the 6-sided die attempting to influence the guard outside and the gobmite here. He still has a 6-sided die left of potential here, and he has 3 4-sided dice left. He still has his gear dice for his gear that he has. So he may still use 1 6-sided die in this scene and 3 4-sided dice.